Yes, guys, I'm still alive, and I know it's been way too long since I posted a video. I have lost one sub, which I'm pretty thankful for, actually. Not for that one sub, but I'm thankful that you guys still stuck around for my waiting for the videos, I guess, or just didn't want to unsub me, which is great. But honestly, I do not have a good reason why I didn't upload these videos in the last 2-3 weeks. I was just lazy. Not feeling Pokemon at the moment, not feeling making the videos. I don't know what was going on with me, but I just didn't feel like making videos. I was too lazy, but I'm going to try and get back up to the schedule and try and post at least 4 to 5 videos a week, which was my regular schedule or regular scheme, and I'm just going to try and do that. But today we've got the last video, no, actually the second last video of our series, the top 5 of all tiers. And today I'm going to discuss the last tier, the top 5 best Ubers Pokemon. And yes, we have some cool Pokemon that I think are the best ones. And Ubers, of course, has a lot of cool Pokemon and a lot of good Pokemon, because all the Pokemon that are too good for a tier are dropped into Ubers, of course. And that's why it was really hard to actually make this top 5, because there are so many amazing Pokemon in that tier. But let's just start off with our number 5. Number 5. And my number 5 is Lugia. And Lugia is a pretty interesting Pokemon. It has a pretty special typing, the Psychic Flying typing. There are not a lot of Pokemon with the typing. On top of my head, I only know Sigilyph, but I know that I think there are more of these typing. Yeah, Xatu and Nadu are also Psychic Flying, but that was about it. There are not a lot of Pokemon with this typing, and it's not a great typing, but it is pretty decent. It means that it resists, let me see, fighting 4 times, which is decent. Ground, Grass, Psychic, and it is weak to 5 types, which is kind of unfortunate, but honestly it doesn't really matter, because Lugia is a beast. It has a lot of defensive capabilities. It has a 106 HP set, which is really great. It's pretty decent. For Ubers it's not the best, but it is really good, to be honest. A 130 defense set, which is great. Together with that 106 HP set, you will get a lot of bulk out of that, and an amazing 154 special defense set, which is insane. It is a really good Pokemon, and just to top it off, a little bit of speed as well. 110 speed stat, which makes it a great Pokemon. But all Ubers Pokemon are great, so honestly I can give this stats and they sound amazing, but honestly a lot of Ubers Pokemon are legendaries, and legendaries always have amazing stats like this. But what makes Lugia also a really good Pokemon is the multi-skill ability, and you most likely know this ability from Dragonite if you play OU, and Dragonite is a really decent Pokemon because of this ability, because that means that when you are at full health, the super effective move will get reduced by 50%, I believe. And that is a really decent ability. And because Lugia is so defensive, it can roost up back to full health with the combination of leftovers or something like that, which means that super effective moves won't damage you. And if you have something like Toxic on it, you can stall out opponents really nicely. You also have access to recover, but honestly Bruce is your better option because you lose that flying typing. Also, Lugia has access to one of the better flying type moves, special flying type moves in the game. Arrow Blast, 100 base power and 95 accuracy, but a high crit ratio. It's one of the better flying types moves in the game. And a lot of other good moves with coverage, like Earth Power, Dragon Pulse, Aqua Tail, or water type moves like Hydro Pump, Psychic of course, Thunderbolt, Earthquake, and a lot of Psychic type moves. It's just a really good Pokemon with a lot of coverage moves, the amazing multi-skill ability, the Roost, access to Roost, and just a lot of bulk, which makes it the number 5 on my list. Number 4. And the number 4 of my list is Mewtwo, and not only Mewtwo, but the Mewtwo Mega Evolution Mewtwo Y. Mewtwo X is not the greatest Pokemon in the tier. It has a cool ability and all that kind of stuff, but I know it's not the best Pokemon, so that's why I chose Mewtwo Y, the Mega Evolution Y, for this number 4 spot, because it is an amazing Pokemon. The ability Insomnia, nothing special, a pure Psychic type. It is Mewtwo, one of the most overpowered Pokemon in the Kanto region, of course. Probably the most overpowered Pokemon, and right now on the Gen 6 that we are at, it is a really crazy good Pokemon, and that's why it's in Uber's tier, of course. It has a 194 special attack stat, guys. Let me repeat that, a 194 special attack stat. That is insane! That is so crazy good, that it's just unreal. I didn't even know that it had so much special attack when I first saw it. Also has a 140 speed stat, which is crazy. A 780 stat in total, which is amazing. 106 attack, 150 attack, which is decent. You can run a mixed. 106 HP, 120 special defense, 70 defense. That's the only way to kill it, to be honest. Because the defense is not great and the other sets are just amazing. High greens. Just really good stats, and what makes Mega Mewtwo great as well, it has just amazing coverage because it's the clone of Mew, or was it the other way around? No, Mewtwo was the clone of Mew, and it has the move Psystrike, which it learns at level 100, and this is basically a Psyshock, but with 20 more base power, which is amazing. Psyshock is a decent move already, but Psystrike is just so much better. It has also access to fighting type moves like Aura Sphere and physical fighting type moves, but you're most likely going to run Aura Sphere, of course. And a lot of other coverage moves, which makes it so good and really hard to stop. Also, let me see, what else does it get? It gets Flamethrower for the steel types out there. Ice Beam. Ice Punch, Focus Punch, Fire Punch, Drain Punch, Aqua Tail, Signal Beam, Poison Jab, Grass Knot. It is just an amazing Pokemon with a lot of coverage, amazing stats, and just it's Mewtwo. Mewtwo is such a good Pokemon. Number 3. And the number 3 on my list is Xerneas, and Xerneas is the best fairy type out there. You can't discuss that. Xerneas is just such a good fairy type. It is the newest Pokemon, of course, because it's a legendary, and it's not a bad legendary like Zygarde, unfortunately enough. He did not get the right treatment, but he will get the right treatment in other games. Probably Pokemon Z that is going out somewhere next year, maybe. I'm not sure. Pokemon didn't release anything about that, but why am I rambling about this? We are talking about Xerneas today, because Xerneas is an amazing Pokemon. It has the ability Fairy Aura, which is a really good ability actually. It boosts Fairy type moves, which is great, because you will spam Moonblast on this Pokemon, or on this Pokemon most of the times, which is always good. And the Fairy typing is of course a great typing, being immune to Dragon, which is a really spellable typing, being good against fighting, resisting fighting, Dark and Bug, and also only being weak to 2 types, which is Poison and Steel. But what makes Xerneas is so good is the move Geomancy, and Geomancy is a move that boosts your speed, special attack and special defense by 2 stages if you use it after 2 turns. But what people run on every Xerneas, to be honest, if I see a Xerneas in Ubers, it is this set, and it is Geomancy with the with the White Herb, I believe. No, the Mental Herb, I think. This is a herb that will make 2-turn moves a 1-turn move. I think it's a Mental Herb, I'm not totally sure about that. But Xerneas has not the best stats of all Ubers. It is a 68 in total. Not the best, but it's really good, to be honest. 126 attack, 131 attack, 131 special attack, and 126 HP. And decent defenses and speed. But with the Geomancy up, you will destroy everything that comes your way, which is great, because Xerneas has a really good coverage coverage moves, to be honest. It has Focus Blast for the steel types. It has Moonblast, which is really spammable, to be honest. It has access to psychic type moves like Psyshock and I think Psykick. Yeah, also Psykick and other coverage moves. And honestly, if you want to run a Xerneas, I would recommend running it with a Fighting type for the steel types, a Moonblast for stab, and a Psychic or Psyshock, probably Psyshock because it's better on this set, for the poison types. This is really good coverage. I think you cover most Pokemon with this, except for Shedinja, of course, because that's a troll in that case. And it's just a really good Pokemon. The coverage moves with the combination of Geomancy ensures sweeps, late game sweeps most of the time, so that makes it such a good Pokemon. Really hard to defeat in the Uber Sphere. Number 2. And my number 2 is actually two Pokemon, and that is Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon. I know I could have put them in two separate spots, but I think they do kind of the same thing in the Uber Sphere. The only difference is that they have different move pools and that they have different typing, but they are basically kind of the same, even though they are rivals. It's hard to explain, but I think you guys can get why I put these two together. I will start off with Kyogre because Kyogre is an amazing water type. It's probably the best water type in the Uber Sphere. I'm not totally sure about it, don't quote me on that, but I feel like it's one of the best water types in the tier, if not the best, with the ability Primordial Sea, which it possesses when it uses its primal evolution. And this means this is just a regular rain, but then stronger. Fire types fire type moves are immune, and it is a it stops things like Cloud9 as well, which makes it really good. It's a really good rain. Of course, boosting your special attack is always good. And with an amazing stat that it extra gets with the Primal Evolution, Kyogre reaches 100 HP, which is decent. 150 attack, which you don't use, but it's still a great attack stat. 90 defense, not the best. 180 special attack, really good. Not as good as Mewtwo Y, but with that boost in the rain, I think you will do more damage with an Hydro Pump than a Mewtwo Y does with a Psystrike, which is really good. 160 special defense set, really decent, and a 90 speed set, not the best, but still good. And honestly, Primal Kyogre, I feel like Primal Groudon is better than Primal Kyogre, just because Primordial Sea only immunes fire type moves, which you already resist. So that's why I feel like Groudon is better, but I still want to keep these two in one spot, because they're both really good Pokemon in the Uber Sphere. Water typing, of course, a really good typing, only weak to two things, electric and grass, not the most common typings, and resisting 4 things, which is also good. And it is just an amazing Pokemon with the Origin Pulse, which is the special move it gets, 110 base special attack move, and it's better than Hydro Pump, basically better in all kind of ways, a little bit better accuracy, and just the same base attack, or the base damage that it does, 110. Also, a lot of coverage moves like Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Thunder, which is 100% accurate in the race, so you should definitely run Thunder over Thunderbolt. And honestly, that is quite a lot of coverage that you already get. I think enough coverage actually. Thunder for the water types, Ice for the grass types, and Water just for stab. It's really good Pokemon. And now let's cover Groudon right now, because Groudon is also a really good Pokemon in the Uber Sphere. I feel like it's better for some reason. I'm not totally sure why. Don't quote me on that. If you feel like Kyogre is better, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know which one you think is better. I feel like Kyogre is better because of Desolate Lands being immune to water types, and you are weak to water types 2 times actually with the ground fire type. Also better because you have 2 stab type moves. I feel like it's better. So regular Groudon only has the ground typing, which I thought was strange back in the day. I thought it was a fire type. If you look at it, I didn't think it was a ground type, and the ground fire typing is perfect on it in my opinion. It has amazing stats, 100 HP, 180 attack, 160 defense, 150 special defense, just the other way around of Kyogre. Kyogre is more special attacking And Groudon is more attacking, that's why they switches that around. And he has more defense and Kyogre has more special defense. Only being weak to water and ground, only being weak to ground because of Desolate Land, which is great. And having 5 immunities, or no, not immunities, 5 resistances and 1 immunity. Groudon is probably better than Kyogre. If I look at it right now, I feel like Groudon is better. But still, there are 2 really good Pokemon. Persiple Blades, 120 base power, ground type move, really good. Also Lava Bloom is what they run a lot, because this is mostly used as a defensive Pokemon, which you definitely can get. Fire Punch is also a possibility, Rocks of course, and a lot of other cool moves like Dragon Tail, Thunderbolt for some reason, Earthquake of course, but you will probably run Percival Blades over the Earthquake because it's just better. And just a lot of coverage, like Thunder Punch also. Just a lot of coverage moves. Crazy good stats. 180 attack, 160 defense. Really good. Amazing type. Only being weak to ground. Wow, just 1 time. And a lot of 1 immunity and 5 resistances. Really, really good Pokemon. And I've rambled enough about these 2. Let's go on to our number 1. And you guys will probably guess what that is. Number 1. And the number 1 is of course the god of Pokemon, Arceus. All praise Arceus, because Arceus is an amazing Pokemon. It is so good that it is able to get every typing, which means that you can fit it on every team, to be honest. It has a 120 base all around, all the stats. It is unkillable. Well, that's not true, of course, but it's God. It is definitely hard to kill a God. It has 120 on every stat, which means that it is also good offensively, fast, bulky. It is everything. That's why it's my number 1 spot, of course. It has the multi-type ability, which means that if you put a plate, Splash Plate, it will turn into a water type. Pixie Plate, it will turn into a fairy type, which means that it can fit in every team. If you seek for a typing on your team because it fits your team amazingly well, then you should go with Arceus if you haven't had it already on your team, of course. Also, another popular set that people run is a E-Speed killer with Sword Stand, Extreme Speed, Silk Scarf, which boosts your normal type attacks, and mostly you see Earthquake or a Fighting or a Dark type move, I think. I'm not sure if it gets it. But, or Shadow Claw is what you see most of the times. And Recover, which is really good and amazing Pokemon in my opinion. One of the better Pokemons. Well, probably after Mega Rayquaza, the best Pokemon in the game. Because of Judgment, which is a move that will turn into the... If you have the plate attached, for example, the Pixie Plate, Judgment will turn into a... Fairy type moves, which means that it's always stab on Arceus if you want the plates, and that's really good, to be honest. A really good move. You can never go wrong with that. 100 base power, 100 and base accuracy, which is always great, and just a lot of cool moves, of course. Cosmic Power if you want to run really nasty, Extreme Speed, Recover of course, and just insane coverage if you guys haven't seen it already. Aqua Tail, Draco Meteor, Giga Drain, Heat Wave, Iron Head, Shockwave, so that means that it also learns Thunderbolt most likely. Yes, just insane accuracy, insane move pool, and just amazing stats, which makes it a great Pokemon. Also, for me, it's really hard to see which Arceus it is if I see it on the field, because I don't face Arceus a lot. I don't recognize which typing it is, which also makes it hard to know what Pokemon it is. You have to look it up first to see it, and that makes you get out of the game, which is always good, of course. But really good Pokemon. It is the god of all the Pokemon, so it is the best Pokemon in the game after Mega Rayquaza. So that's why it's on my number 1, and everyone expected this, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed a video of me. I know it has been too long, and I will try and get my schedule or my scheme or whatever you want to call it back on track and try and get the videos up. Of course, there's gonna be the top 5 And the last video of this series, favorite Ubers Pokemon, that will be up in 2 days, 3 days, something like that. Not straight away, not 2 days after each other. I like to keep a video between that because that's more fun. But really, I like the Ubers tier, not my favorite tier. And there are too many Pokemon to choose from, too many good Pokemon to choose from. So don't blame me if it is not the same like you feel. And let me know what you think, or let me know what your top 5 best Ubers Pokemon is in the comment section below. And then I'll see you guys in my next video. Later.